they showed us where that road going to go through. And I thought to myself, if my dad was alive, he would fight. There would be a bloodshed on that ground before they take it away from us. It's our land.
The fish's heart. Still beating.
Taku River Tlingit people have lived in the Taku watershed since time immemorial. As every society has its genesis, ours occurred here.
Indigenous peoples all over the globe have space-specific identity. It's a specific spot on the globe that defines them as who they are.
You stay out here long enough, you start to understand the teaching of the elders, how things are interrelated, interconnected. They all have various needs like we do, and we need to speak for those needs.
When the white people came in, they didn't like the idea of interacting as much with the Tlingit people because I think that they looked at us as quite different and wanted us a little further on out of town so that they could take over that area. The commissioner came to Takujak and asked him if he would consider moving out further on out if reserves were made available to our people to live out away from Atlin, the Atlin area. And Takujak looked at him and, not understanding the concept, said, "You've got no land to give us. You know, this land all belongs to our people and always did. So for you to say that you're going to give us some land in exchange for this land doesn't even make sense."
Canada did not and has not legitimately acquired this country. It's our country. If it was legitimately acquired, Aboriginal people in Canada wouldn't be shooting themselves at records, you know. We wouldn't be hanging ourselves, we wouldn't be lying down on railroad tracks, we wouldn't be drinking ourselves to death if it had been a good deal, you know. It wasn't a good deal, it still isn't a good deal, and Canada does like to bullshit that they have been really good to their Indians.
We have a mining company that's coming into the territory that wants to build a road through a significant portion of their traditional lands, right through the heartland of the Tlingit territory, to access and reopen an old mine.
It's a polymetal mine, you know, silver, lead, zinc, copper, and gold. And it was bought out by a small exploration company called Redfern.
The road would cross that trail quite a number of times. That's a trail our people have walked forever. It's a trail where we have photos of a tree with a knot in it that my mother told me about, that her and her siblings had tied when they were kids walking that trail.
It would be like saying, if I cut off your hand, will you still be okay? You know? Well, yeah, you'll still live, eh? But you won't have a hand. And that's what we're being asked to do, is give up a part of ourselves.
A 100-mile road to a mine site for a few jobs for only 9 years, and you open up virgin territory. And the road would also act as a magnet to other industrial users, commercial users, just a whole gamut of things that the company and government says we're all red herrings and we don't have to worry about those things. And we said, look, you know, we're a little out of sorts perhaps, but we got some common sense here and we want to talk about this to accept that. For those kinds of benefits, it's just ridiculous.
They showed pictures of where the road is going to go. When it hit our trail up here, it's almost like our trail disappeared.
You know, it's no surprise that the engineers found the best route, and the best route was the one that Tlingit had found. You know, my husband always talks about the trail in terms of his ancestors following the animals through the pass and through the mountain passes, and that's where their trail goes. The Tlingit trail goes through the passes, you know, so they followed the animals, and then he said the mining company followed us.
Our hope is that through the educational experience of going through a land planning process together with us, the province of British Columbia and government of Canada will come to understand that, you know, certain things are of this value to Taku River Tlingits and to others as well. And at the end of the day, we can come to a place where we can understand each other better. And it's always been our belief that if everybody understands each other better, we'll get to the place that that we need to get to.
The land provides us our sustenance. We cannot establish a value for it. It's irreplaceable. It's priceless. So the relationship that we have to the land and to the water is inseparable.
We'll go through a period of darkness pretty much like the earth does. And we're coming near the end of that darkness now, and we're coming into the light again. And we need to understand that there is some hope, that we should not give up, that we should keep on persevering. Because what we have is important, not only to us, but to our environment around us. We need to be back into the fabric of society again. It's our place, it's our rightful place.